What's up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy, the Memphis XL, right here with the 100 Days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dueling with a different deck every day. We're nearing the halfway point of the series, folks. So we have ourselves a very nice fan suggestion here. We got ourselves Windwitch, Ritual, Spiritual, whatever kind of beast. It's a nice little wind-based deck. We're trying to summon out some big old things like Crystal Wang and Gaia Pelio. And we were just having ourselves a good fun time. We're swarming board, blowing stuff up, and just having ourselves a good fun time. It's a casual deck, but it's surprisingly powerful when we get everything to work just the way we like it. So we're going to go ahead into good old EDO Pro, and I'm going to show this deck off. Big shout out to Mr. Libra October, who suggested today's deck. Thanks, my dude. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the action, show this deck off, and have ourselves a good time. Alrighty, on our first opponent. We kind of want to go first with this deck, and we will go first. It's a funny thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! These days. You want to go first more and more often. Let's see here. Certainly got stuff and things, but we need certain other things. So we're going to go ahead and use Win the Wind medium. A godsend with this deck. You can discard it and any other wind monster to search a wind monster with, what was it, 1500 or less defense. And that searches all of the things we need to get started. We need our Ice Bell. Windwitch Ice Bell is your start 'em up. If you have no monsters, you can special summon her from the hand and a Windwitch from the deck. And we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to get Glass Bell. There's one thing, you know, Windwitches, they have their own thing. They have their own monsters to synchro summon. They're mostly used as a clear wing, you know, turbo sort of thing. But they can do their own thing as well. And it's all going to depend. We'll see here. If he has an impermanence, that could be ever so slightly problematic. It would not be good if he had that, because I don't have my Wind Chime in my hand. Kind of need that, but if he has an Ash Blossom or something, or maybe an Effect Veil, I'll be fine, because I got Called by the Grave. But yeah, basically, that's just what you do with this deck. You get your Snowbell. You can summon this if you have 2 or more wind monsters. And basically, this tuner, if you use it to synchro summon the monster, it's basically Masquerena, but for synchro monsters. But it only works for wind synchro monsters. That's the important thing. So we're going to make Winter Bell, since we're going first here. Very nice monster. When it, you know, basically I can target one of my Wind Witches. Deal a little extra burn damage. You always want to pick Glass Bell, because it's the big one. And okay, so he is going to Effect Veiler that. That's fine. I don't care. It's 800 damage. I don't really need it. It's not like I needed to do the damage. It's just an option. So we got our Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Very nice monster. And let me think about this. I'm going to summon Cannahawk. Even though I don't have anything, you know, I don't have my tamers or nothing. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to banish a monster from my deck. Let's see here. Who do I want to banish right now? I'm going to banish a Pelio. I'm just going to banish him so I have him nice and banished. I could have also banished a tamer, but I think we'll be fine. We ought to be just fine. Basically what Ambush does, I can summon a tamer and a spiritual beast that are in the banish pile or in my graveyard. It's a very nice thing for just summoning out a bunch of monsters. You lock the Ritual Beast the turn you do that. Dark Hole, you say, my fee. Interesting. Oh, I forgot to set my Call by the Grave. Oh well. Oh well, if this guy's relying on Dark Hole and Effect Veiler, this can't be the most meta sort of deck, so I think we should be okay. You know, this guy's pretty powerful. If he battles anything level 5 or higher, he'll get much beefier. So basically, the only thing that can kill Crystal Wing in battle being Exceeds or Link monsters. Anything else, not gonna have a good time. Unless they're level 4 or lower. But that, you know, that requires certain things to happen. So my opponent's figuring out that he's in a bit of trouble. Melody of the Awakening Dargon, I see. So this is some version of Blue Eyes with Levian here. Alright. Interesting indeed. He's got 2 lights in the grave, that's for sure. Yeah. That's fine. You know, that's actually just fine. My opponent, they've surrendered. Alright, well that's unfortunate. I mean, we still had some time to go, man. I mean, I didn't have anything. I could have taken a few turns back and forth, but my opponent just could not deal with Crystal Wing. He realized his alternate dragon would not work on this at all, so we're gonna call that a win. We'll probably do a bonus duel because I was a little quick. But yeah, that's the idea of the deck. You try to start with Crystal Wing as much as possible, and you try to make your Ulti-Cannahawk afterwards if you can. If you can't, you might take a little time to do it, but you go into Cannahawk, you get your ambush, you get your steeds. But for now, let's just go for Duel 2, where I will try to show that off a bit more. Alrighty, secondary opponent. Let's see what we get around this time. Hopefully a slightly better opponent this time around. Something like that would be nice. Alright, what do we have for an opening hand? Alright. It ain't perfect, but I do have my medium, so at least that's something. And I do have my return. It's a nice little spell. I can banish one of my Ritual Beasts from the hand, bring back one from the graveyard. Not that I need to do that. I'm just saying it's a nice card. So let's get our Ice Bell. We'll get ourselves started with our usual opening combo. And okay, he was thinking of doing something. He was thinking of something. I don't know what that something is. Actually, maybe it's not even him. I think the server's acting up all of a sudden. Alrighty, here we go. My cards are working again. Just as they're supposed to. Alrighty, for a second there, I thought EDO Pro was going to crash again. I don't know. I thought it was going to crash. It does that sometimes. It's really finicky. That's what happens sometimes. So let's go ahead, do the usual skidoo. And I'll make my Winter Bell just because I like to do a little bit of extra damage. A little bit of extra damage. That's kind of what Windwitches in of themselves are about, is like doing some damage. It's a thing. It's just that because Crystal Wing is so much better, you go for it more often. So we've got our Synchro Dragon up. I'm going to summon out my Tamer Elder. This guy gives me my additional normie summon, because I've normal summoned him. And let me think about this. I'm going to go ahead and banish a card with Cannahawk. Let's go ahead and banish Winda. Sure. Or should I banish Ambush? I'm just going to banish Winda. Why not? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and make our ultimate Cannahawk. Be like, caw-caw. He's a bird. Actually, funny story. Elder is actually riding Cannahawk. That's why it's cool, because the Elder is actually riding this bird. You don't notice it, but it's the truth. Alright, so we're going to go put those two back. Get our steeds. Wish I had another... If I had another Ritual Beast in my hand, I could loop this and get my ambush. As it stands, I can't do that. But I have some interruption. I've got a monster negate, and I've got the ability to pop a monster. So I should be able to interrupt this guy, whatever he happens to be doing. You know, he can't destroy this with card effects. He can't beat into it except with links and things. Or conversely, he can just hit me with a kaiju. That's also an option. Okay. Alright, immediately I get kaiju'd. That's just not proper. That just ain't proper, it ain't. Alright, so... Solid Soldier. Summon a hero from the hand. Okay. And let's see here. Can I interrupt that? I'm going to attempt to interrupt that with my steed. Go away. Go away, Solid Soldier. I don't care for you. Alrighty, so this is some version of Elemental Heroes. With kaijus, sadly, because it had to be kaijus. The one weakness to our deck is kaijus. But it didn't matter. He surrenders. Okay. Okay, let me get this straight, Mr. Elemental Hero Man. You hit me with a turtle. You come into my zone, you hit me with a turtle, and then you run away. I see. I see. Pathetic. Heroes, one of the most fragile combo decks in the world. You interrupt them once, and they just leave. They just leave. Alright, so there's duel number 2. We're definitely have to do some bonus duels today, because these are going way too short. I'm not getting to show off as much as I'd like. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So let's go for duel number 3. And hopefully we'll get the actual back and forth we're looking for. Alright, yeah, third opponent. This guy's called Whitebot I-7th Street. I don't know what that means, but that sounds like Skull Servants. So it might be Skull Servant. Okay, this hand's actually not bad. It's a perfect going first hand. You know, barring the fact that I don't have, you know... I mean, I've got like a Cannahawk and that's it. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine and dandy because I've got my trap. I got my other trap. This is Skull Servants. Okay. The only Skull Servant I need to worry about in this case would be Lady in White, actually, because that makes his king, like, immune to spell traps. So long as I can get rid of that, I should, in theory, be fine. It's just the thing, Skull Servants is what you would call an OTK deck. Not sure why he's going for, I guess he just wants to set things up first turn. That would be my guess. That would be my guess, because, yeah, Lady in White is his protection. That's his protection, because it makes it so his monsters can't be destroyed in battle, and they're unaffected by spell traps. But except for Lady in White. Lady in White is not included in that. So, alright, White Princess. Then he can dump a White Prince. I don't know why he hasn't done that yet, but he has that ability. Okay. Did not ditch White Prince. Are they all in your hand or something? I have to presume that he has all of his White Princes in his hand, because there's no other reason why he would do that. There was no other reason to waste a monster born this early. Or Nightmare Phoenix. Okay, then. Interesting. I'm going off on a limb and saying this guy either does not know what he's doing, or he has had a bad hand. I'm gonna go off on a limb and say it's the bad hand part. He's probably got, like, both of his other White Princes in his hand. He's desperate to find something that'll discard a card for him. Okay, but yeah, I figured he'd have a White Mare in there somewhere. I figured that much. Okay, let's see here. Let's see indeed. So let's go ahead and use Ice Bell. We'll summon Ice Bell and summon out our Glass Spell. Hacha. And he doesn't, you know, Skull Servants don't usually run a lot of negates. Like I said, they're an OTK deck. They don't really care about any of that negation stuff. So, what we're gonna do, summon out our Snowbell just to have it on the board. Gonna go ahead and, actually, what does Fast Dragon do again? Target a face-up monster summoned from the extra deck. Okay, that only works on special summon from the extra deck cards. Yeah, just gonna go for, Winter Bell again. Do some burn damage. Might as well. Yeah, it's a tricky thing, because this Skull Servant King, normally Crystal Wing would have no problem with a creature like that. But the fact is, let's see. I could also go for Diamond Bell. Because then I could just straight up pop his monster. Let me think about this. You know what? I haven't used Diamond Bell yet. I'm going to do this. So what I'm going to do, since I'm using both Wind Witches, I can do this twice per turn. So Wind Witch Diamond Bell, when it is synchro summoned, I can go ahead and deal some damage equal to Winter Bell's, yeah, half of its attack points. And then I can pop his monster. A Wachumba. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and summon our Cannahawk. Cannahawk's going to go ahead and do his shtick. I'm going to go ahead and banish Winda. And sadly, I don't have another beast in the grave, but I have Double Steed. I've got Double Steed and an ambush in case something happens to Cannahawk. So, in theory, should be good. It's just a matter of... Now, okay, let's see. Target a card in the field, destroy it. Not worth it. I was thinking, should I destroy Cannahawk just to have more things to summon? Then I'm like, no, that's a dumb idea. That's a dumb idea. Alrighty, so this guy... If he had something, he probably would have played it by now. I don't know why he's impermanencing all of a sudden. Okay. That was a complete waste. I don't know why you did that. I don't know. I'm thinking this guy he must be experimenting, or he just had like a really bad hand. That's the only explanation I can think of. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. He did have his other prince in his hand. Alrighty. Well, like I said, it's fine. I've got Double Steed. I can just pop a monster. It's all good. That's the thing about Skull Servants. You can't let the king live. If you let the king live, bad things happen. And luckily he doesn't have a way, as far as I can see, unless he's got a Mizuki in his graveyard I just did not notice. No, it's just nothing but Skull Servants. So I don't need to worry about Mizuki bringing back the lady in white. So I'll be good. You know, he can summon the king. The thing about the OG king, though, is that he has no protection. He has his only version of protection is, like, if he's destroyed by battle, which doesn't happen very often. So I'm just going to destroy the King of the Skull Servants. He's got, like, one prince left, and that's it. After that, he is out of options. And my opponent surrenders! Alright, well, that's a nice win. Granted, this guy had just, like, the bummest hand of any Skull Servant player, like, ever. But, you know, we were able to add him out. I was able to show off Diamond Bell a little bit, the technical boss monster of Wind Witches, so that was cool. So, I like that. That worked out fine. But let's go ahead for duel. Let's just go for a 4th duel. Maybe a 5th duel. We'll see how it goes. I just want to show off some more stuff. I just want to summon Gaia Pelio if I can. That's the main thing I want to do. Alright, our bonus 4th duel. 4th duel of the day. Don't get to do them all the time. But today's a special case. So we're going to go first, which is what we like to do. Let's see here. Alright, I can see things and stuff with this hand. I can see the things I need to do. So we're going to go ahead and get our Ice Bell. Do the usual I got Gold Sarcophagus. That's going to help me do things with Wen here. Because Wen has this ability, when she's normal summoned, to summon a banished monster. So that's going to allow me to do some stuff and things. So let's just do the usual ice witch. I was about to call them snow witches. They're called wind witches. Snow witches sounds like a future archetype for this game. And we'll just do the usual shenanigans that we do. Do some burn damage just to tickle our opponent a little bit. The usual shenanigans. I won't explain it. If you haven't figured this combo out by now, I don't know what to say, man. It's one bell into other bell. That's all you need to remember. Then make big Dargon. Make big old Dargon. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. Golden Sarcophagus. And we're going to go ahead and banish Cannahawk. Where is Cannahawk? There he is. So we'll banish Cannahawk. Summon Wen. Wen will summon back the Cannahawk. Be like, hello, I am Cannahawk. Nice to meet you. And I'll go ahead and banish a monster with Cannahawk. Why not? No really any need to not do this. And let's see here. Banishing what exactly? I mean, I usually just banish window. That's just seriously what I do. And we'll just make our Ulti-Cannahawk. You know, I don't have anything else to banish stuff this turn, which is sad, but at the very least, I'm going to get myself a steed so I have some interruption. That'll give me the interruption I need to do things that I need to do. And, yep, get steeds. And we should be, in theory, good for a bit. Should be good. So we'll end our turn for now, see what our opponent can do. You know, we've hit our damage. We've hit him for a little bit of damage. I've got my negation and my interruption. He's playing a standard-looking deck. I couldn't tell you what this is. It could be a lot of things. And Spellbook of Secrets. I see. So this is spellbooks. Let me think about this. Because he's going to get Blue Boy. Normally I would negate something like Blue Boy, because that gets him the Spellbook Secrets, lets him draw more cards. But I figure, you know, whatever. Let's see. Send a spellcaster or a spellbook card from the hand or face up on the field. So, yeah. Yeah, he's going to get all them draws and stuff. So, I'm going to skip ahead until I need to do something, because I got to go grab a thing real quick. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, as I expected, this is the Dark Magicians. Do I need to stop the Dark Magician? I don't think I'll be fine. I think I ought to be fine. I mean, it's just, like, Magician Souls. He's just trying to, like, do Dark Magician stuff, I suppose. He doesn't have the circle, which is the most important thing, though, so I don't need to worry about that. See, destroy all monsters, 1,500 more attack. Opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters. Ah. Well. That will hurt me. I mean, it won't kill my Synchro Dragon. But not exactly a good thing. Alrighty. So, destroying my own stuff. I guess I'll destroy Wind, because I don't need her. Pelio, don't really need him. And I guess Wen. Just a deck thing. And since Winda got destroyed, I get to summon Gaia Pelio. Hey, what's up, my brother? Hey, there he is. Alrighty, that worked out perfectly. And my opponent's he was like, "Oh, I got Crush Card Virus. This will be perfect." Play Crush Card Virus. Summon at 3200 beat stick. That's funny. We didn't quite have game or anything, but that's pretty much close to game. No, wait, that is game. That's game. Yeah, that's game right there. I don't know what he was thinking. But there's another game. At least I got to summon Gaia Pelio. I was about to explain what he does. He doesn't do anything, basically. I summoned him with Winda, so he doesn't do anything. But there you go. That was the funniest way. I did not expect. I forgot that it worked from the deck. But it does work. It does work. So let's go for one more duel. Because I think we've all learned it. Let's go for one more duel and see what happens. Alrighty, 5th bonus duel of the day. We've done, like, everything in this deck. I'm just dueling for the heck of it at this point. Let's see here. Alright. That can work. That can work. Let's go ahead and let's start with the Ice Spell combo just to get that out of the hand. I've got Win here. And, yeah, I can think of what I could do with that. I don't think I know what I'm going to do with that. Alrighty, so we're just going to do our usual shtick. Because really, this deck is just so consistent with doing this. What can I say? It's kind of what Windwitchers were designed to do. It's almost like Konami actually put some thought into how this archetype would work. Who'd have thunk it? So what we're going to go ahead and do is just do the usual burn. And I think I'm going to get my Elder with this. Yeah. Because if I could get Elder, I've got a Pelio. It ain't much, but it is something. So I'll just go ahead and bring out this boy. And I just want to double check something, because I always forget, yeah. I don't need... The nice thing about the Ritual Beast, they don't require specific stuff. So I'm going to ditch Wen, because as much as I like Wen, I would rather keep the other one. And I'm going to add Elderman, because that Elderman will get me things. Because I'll just go ahead and normal summon this. Normal summon a Pelio. And let's see, I can banish a ritual from the grave. I'm actually going to do that, just so I have another thing banished in case I need to, you know, just in case for later. So let's just go for Cannahawk. Hacha. And we'll do our usual shenanigans, returning 2 monsters. We'll put these 2 back. Wen can stay in the banished pile for now, it's all good. And we'll get a steed. We'll get a steed. If I had my gold sarcophagus, I could have banished another, gotten my ambush set up. But for now, this'll do. This'll do. Like I said, this is the bonus 5th duel. Whatever happens, happens. This guy is playing a 60-card something. That could be problematic. Or it could be that he didn't draw the thing he wanted. Or he's actually playing some trap cards. Okay. Ooh, Return of the Dargon Lords. This is a card I play mostly in case something happens as a Crystal Wing, or if I happen to make, you know, Clear Wing first. You know, not that I do often, but when I do, it's something I can do. Let me think about this. Let me think about that. Go away, defensive monster. I don't like your noise. Got my Ritual Beast steeds. Gonna ride into battle and destroy this thing. Depending on what these are. These could be anything. They could be solemn judgments, for all I know. So yeah, get rid of this. Ah, it's a Toidle. That is, in fact, a Toidle. Let's attack with the Cannahawk first. That way we get rid of Cannahawk. Needlebug Nest. Okay. Wolf. Okay, I'll allow Wolf. I can allow Wolf, that's fine. I mean, Grant... Oh, he's putting it in defense mode. You fool. You realize you could have put it in attack mode, right? Umber Cheyenne. Just saying, you could have put it in attack mode, and then I would have had to cancel my attack. That's something you could have done, lad. Alrighty, so we're up against some kind of... Let's see what the heck this is. Some kind of Twilightsworn deck. Alright, interesting if true. I mean, he was smart enough not to use the turtle just yet, because if he had, I would have just negated that. So, we'll see. Really depends. If he can mill enough cards, he'll be strong enough to get around us. Just depends on what sort of, like, monsters he can build. What is it? Lila the Twilightsworn. Okay, so he's just gonna beat over my Cannahawk? That's rude. What does this do? Spell Trap is activated. Banish thing. Do I want to do that? Let's see. Target a banish Ritual Beast. You know what? Why not? Since the wind monster got destroyed, I can summon the wind medium. Hacha. So why not? Just go ahead. It's extra damage. It's bigger than Cannahawk. That's the thing about Cannahawk. He looks majestic, but he's actually rather small. He's actually I'm not running the dolphin version of these things, but pretty sure that Cannahawk is the smallest of all the Ritual Beast fusions. If not the dolphin. Hey, Steed! I literally can't use you right now, but I'm going to set you just in case. Alrighty, so we're pretty set. You know, this guy's got his monsters, but I have my effect negations. So, depending on what he can do, I don't know. It's kind of a janky version of Lightsworn's, playing Needlebug Nest of all things. I don't know, let's see. Opponent summons a monster from the exile with its cards in the grave. Okay, so I do need to be careful about Titanicider. That would be bad if he got to that out, because he could negate Crystal Wing's effect. And he's got something. He definitely has a something. What that something is, we don't know. Could be like Dark Honest for all I know. Alright, so we're pretty set right there. Like I said, I could use one of my Ritual Beasts so that Steeds works, but if I just top deck one, it'll be good. Especially if I can get a Wen. Reasoning, you say. Alright. Well, I know he's got level 4, so I'm gonna pick level 4. And he got a Raikou. He got a dang old pupper. That's a puppy dog indeed. Alright, Raikou, Plague Spreader, Zombie. Okay, interesting choices. Verite Anaconda that literally can't do anything because he doesn't have enough life points. He doesn't have enough life points to make that thing do anything. So that does question why he made it in the first place. Maybe he needs to make it for something? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell. Oh, it's Levianir. Okay. And he banished lights and dark so he can pop stuff, which he chose not to do. Oh, Dracocytos. Ooh. That is a big boy. Can't be beaten in battle. Luckily, Crystal Wing beats over anything with a level. Plus, I can just negate its effects and such, so that's a thing. Well, there goes Win the Wind medium. And I will negate you. Go away. Nice on you making Dracocytos on a pinch, but it wasn't enough to stop Crystal Wing. Alright, so my opponent surrenders. That duel could have gone either way, honestly. If he had milled the right stuff, we could have easily been overwhelmed. But Crystal Wing comes in for clutch once again. So, let's call that an end game, and let's go to the end screen where we'll talk more about this deck. Alrighty, everybody, Windwitch Ritual Beast. We went 5 out of 5. Very nice. I was not expecting that much. This deck is so consistent with what it does. Once you get yourself started, you make your Crystal Wing, you get a Cannahawk, and at least get Steeds, you're pretty set. You got a negation and interruption. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I enjoyed this deck quite a lot. You know, I'm no master of the Ritual Beast. I'm sure there's combos I've missed. If you're a master Ritual Beast player, please don't castrate me in the comments. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button if you did enjoy. Consider subscribing if you haven't. And what do we got next? We got a few fan suggestions coming up. But before that, I've got a Fire King deck I was going to make. So, look forward to that one. And your boy Memphis will see you guys again next time. Peace out.